Hello, my name is Jacqueline Garcia, and today I'm going to talk to you about our homeschooling journey. And I'm going to include this vlogs or videos in a series called Homeschooling Series. Yay! Okay, so when did we start our homeschooling? So I first heard about homeschooling when I was in high school, and it's I think it was TMA before kasi alam ko sila talaga yung pioneer ng homeschooling. TMA is the Masters Academy, if I'm not mistaken. So I've heard that during my high school, and they have this slogan that our world is our classroom. So I was thinking now, oh, okay, so it's kind of cool. Now I want to try it because the person advertised there was actually cooking. Gusto niya maging chef. Kaya yun yung ano niya, parang yun yung pinag-aaralan niya. And during that time, halos kasing edad ko yung batang yon. So parang okay, so siya, pinag-aaralan niya niyang maging chef, samantalang kami, we use our textbooks. Basically, I did go to a traditional school in an all-girls exclusive school. So, and what we're doing is the usual, the usual traditional school. So that's when I've heard it. And then, when I had my daughter, Ayla, I knew that I wanted to homeschool her because I want to spend more time with her. So, prior to me giving birth, I was talking to this person. Naging churchmate ko din siya sa CCF pa nun. And then, sabi niya sa akin, fina-follow niya si Joy Tanchi Mendoza sa Teach with Joy. So Miss Joy, meron siyang blog, and she's basically sending me all the information about homeschooling based dun sa blog niya. So ako, I really got curious, and I got more curious during that time. So I was also reading the blog pa, BLOG pa. So yun, and then again, like what I've said, I knew that when I had Ayla, I'm going to homeschool her because I want to spend more time with her and teach her all the foundations that's needed. A biblical foundation. So hindi lang siya worldly foundation, hindi lang siya foundations in maybe literature or in math or something, but it's from a very biblical perspective. So of course, my husband, Joel, doesn't really approve of homeschooling because both of us went to traditional school. So I think magfa-5 nan si Ayla. I had been praying for a year bago kami mag-enroll sa VCIS. And I was praying na sana mag-approve siya for homeschooling. Sana, I was really hoping that pumayag siya, magsabi siya ng yes. And hindi ko talaga siya pinilit, oh, this is what we're going to do, right? Hindi talaga gano'n. Ang parang binigyan ko rin siya ng ideas about homeschooling. Pinakita ko sa kanya about homeschooling. So, siya yung skeptic noon. Kasi nga naman, parang high school and schooling for us in general was fun. And we had our friends, we had field trips, we had this soiree, we had basically a lot of things going on, and our friends back in grade school and high school, mostly high school, is our friends up until now, and mga ninong-ninang kami na mga anak din nila. So yun, parang sabi, I think he has that thinking na why would Ayla miss that, why would our daughter miss that kind of chance. So I think nung nagpasabi na siya ng yes, parang I did not really know the reason for it, or hindi ko na mabigyan yung reason, but I think one reason would be the bullying. So there was a time that bullying was actually rampant in the traditional school setting. Like may nababalitaan na yung parents nagsusumbong and basically nasasaktan yung bata. So I think that's what made Joel say yes to homeschooling. And so we enrolled in VCIS, so Victory Christian International School. They have a home study program. So kami doon, enroll kami for K2 and up until grade 1. So yeah, and when we're going to transition to grade 1 to grade 2, TMA, I think during that time, it was already Homeschool Global, yung TMA. And then Homeschool Global and VCIS merged. So, yung mga, basically, naging under kami ng Homeschool Global. So, what we did was, our same curriculum, we used the BJU. So, basically, our textbooks were BJU Press under Homeschool Global. Tapos, up until grade 2 kami nag homeschool global. Then why did we change to another homeschool provider, and we actually changed it to an international homeschool provider, which is HLA. So during that time, I was pregnant now with my second child, and I was really thinking, or maybe kakapanganak ko na ata yun. Basta we had this talk with Joel na sabi ko na we need to include Azul, our second child, in our homeschooling journey. Hindi na kasi siya parang basically my daughter, my second child, she also needs me more when it comes to breastfeeding, and I need to include that factor for us to homeschool. Syempre, our schedule namin ni Ayla, hindi na magiging ganun na schedule because I'm feeding on demand. So sabi ko kay Joel na, sige, let's weigh down our options and itutuloy pa ba natin yung sa homeschool global. Because one thing that maybe it's not that I did not like, but one thing that it's not fitting in our lifestyle before is that they have quarterly exams. And syempre, kapag may quarterly exams siya, para also need to be there with Ayla, and I need to teach her, I need to do this. And sometimes we are actually behind sa mga sa mga lessons niya. So that's one factor also na kung bakit ko kinonsider na maging open curriculum. So we were actually really weighing our pros and cons, like if we are going to stay to homeschool global, if we are going to SOT, School of Tomorrow, if we are going to be independent homeschoolers, or we are going to HLA, which is Home Life Academy, and the Nalosi Home Life Academy. It's because Joe, I like the idea of being an independent homeschoolers because we actually have our freedom to choose what it is that we would like to study. We just like that idea na no one's going to hold us for anything. Although of course I need to be responsible in building the portfolio and providing lesson plans, because I did not want it to be na sige, independent homeschooling, parang walang lesson plan ganyan. So hindi talaga yung ganun yon. So and nanalo si HLA because sabi ni Joel, masyadong independent type yung pagiging independent homeschooling. So we need to have a record keeping, which is nandun yun para sa HLA. So yun, so she is we just entered our grade 4 last June 1 kami nag-start. Why June 1? Because I was basically sanay back then that when it's June, it's already start of classes, but some are doing it at a later time, and it's okay, it's totally fine. So that's it for the start of this vlog, and this is just me introducing myself to you guys that na ito yung pasimula sa homeschooling journey namin. And for whatever reason that you are homeschooling because it's the time of pandemic, it's basically it's in demand, it's mura, it's less inexpensive. I'm hoping that you will have really that heart for teaching your child to really spend more time with your children, kahit maybe with your pamangkin, to spend time and really to build the right foundations, and that way they can be good citizens of the world. Okay, so this video has been shot during the time of pandemic, and I'm hoping that I will be able to help those new moms to the homeschooling setup, because it's never easy to transition to homeschooling setup from what we are used to. Because remember, I prayed for 1 year before Joel said yes to homeschooling. So next time I will be talking about our curriculum, the curriculum that we use for our homeschooling. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Bye.